Alright, with that out of the way. Okay, Mitsuru players, get out of Brett's lobby. We have some things to discuss.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Thank you, Skater.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter.
Sure. We'll practice on Narukami. Horize, yay! I'll put Night back on again later. It'll be fine. No, Yokse. I said that in person you looked really K-Rock. I said you had like really cool hair and you looked really K-Rock. So he must have like misconstrued that into thinking you listened to K-Rock, which is not entirely the same thing. No, John looks hella swag, dude. John, like, I did not expect how he looked at all. I expected him to be some nerdy Asian, then like, yeah, this is Yokse. I'm like, holy shit, this dude is like hella swag. I mean, moderately hetero. Okay, what do I have this on? Counter hit? No, that's no good. That's not gonna work. We need to get options so we can discuss the neutral game first. So we're going to block everything with block switching enabled. Actually, I'll even put him in crouch. Because that's normally what you're going to see when you have the pressure advantage, is people crouching. Because they don't want to get hit by this sweep. And for those of you who are not entirely educated on Mitsuru, maybe you don't fight enough Mitsurus, or you just haven't been around enough to meet our buddies Ake Sphinx, Karane, or myself, this starter with meter at mid-screen, or even about this close to the corner, is going to lead to more than half of your health disappearing, even as kanji. And so, a lot of the time, your opponent is going to be crouching when you have the advantage, because they do not want to eat this move and die. And so that's where a lot of your pressure is going to come from, is just the general fear of this move. So, I want to start out by saying I need to take back most of the stuff that I said in my cross counter one. That's very early in the game, and most of what I said isn't true, so let's just completely start fresh and it'll be fine. So before, in the cross counter one, I was telling you guys that the general fear move that Mitsuru has is this, but that is no longer true. Actually, it was never true. I was completely wrong in my analysis of that. Yeah, my cross counter tutorial is hella Dan's game. Like, you're not gonna learn anything from that, and like, if you take anything from that, it's gonna stagger your progress, because I was completely wrong. So basically, instead of the 4B, 6B, 5B, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same move with your own, movement of direction. The fear move is actually sweep this whole time. And so what you're going to end up having is a lot of pressure where you go into that sweep. And it's mostly, as generic as it sounds, it's mostly just out of 5As. You can do pretty much up to 4. I think after the 5th one you can no longer cancel. Or it just goes into auto combo. I wasn't counting. But even if it did cancel from 5, you're probably going to be at a distance where they can just jump away. And so obviously, for most characters, there's a few that are an exception to this. You're going to be playing from that maximum poke range, because a lot of DPs are going to whiff from that poke range. And it also allows you to do what I just did there out of the sweep, and that's pull back your Biku draw. And it puts you in the range you were already in, which for the most part, unless they completely yomi you doing the Biku draw, is almost 100% safe because of where it pulls you back. And so there's a lot of gimmicky things you can do there. Yeah, I wasn't even counting Salt. So there's a lot of gimmicky things you can do because of that. And it's also going to put the fear of jumping away, because a lot of people, after they see themselves block sweep, they're like, oh, I'm getting out of here, and now is my chance. And so you might think, okay, so I'll just do this, right? Well, that's really bad, because you're going to end up putting yourself in a situation where you're right next to them at the most possible minus frames of AQ draw, and they can pretty much just mash at you. You have to block at that point or risk DPing, which I wouldn't recommend. I know Joshua likes to DP there a lot, and I've seen a few other Mitsurus do it. I think Sphinx used to do it. I think he stopped with that tactic finally. And on that same note, I noticed a few Mitsurus, including Lord Knight, actually are starting to do this. I don't agree with that. I think that's a really poor use of meter. I don't see a reason to do that, because you can instead just do what I was just saying and just cancel it early and put yourself at really nice spacing, and then you can just 5A again. And so obviously you can't just sweep your whole life and just do it for free, because every character has that magical DP button, and so you have to start thinking about other options you have at neutral. And so the most classic one that I want you guys to just destroy it out of your mind, just let it disappear, is this block string. And you know, you see different variations. You know, you see the feint into that. You see the feint into a throw. There's all sorts of things. You know, there's pretty much all the generic net play things you've ever seen are going to come out of that. But the problem with that is once you commit to that 5B, there's only a couple different things you can do. And so your opponent is now in your head instead, and they know exactly what's coming, because you have to go into sweep or you have to special cancel it. And that puts you at a disadvantage if you have to do it that way. And your other option is to Marin Karin, which can be good sometimes. I do like 5B into Marin Karin, because from the right range, if they don't Yomi it and mash, they can't do anything about it. And if they do mash and you decided to go into sweep, they get fataled. So it's a pretty safe option. And that pretty much leads me to the next topic, which is Marin Karin. Marin Karin is Mitsuru's best move. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Marin Karin is the greatest thing ever, because all of this pressure I'm showing you guys with the sweep, you can instead just go, I'm just gonna create space and then Marin Karin. And if they DP right there, you're going to block it completely. Or if you mashed cross slash out or anything, if he did anything offensive there, you can block it for free. Yeah, Marin Karin is hella Dan's game. And then of course, if they were scared and they didn't predict a Marin Karin, you're in this situation now where you can continue your pressure, and this Marin Karin is now on its way. And Marin Karin on them is a game ender, because it starts building your meter up, which gives you a bunch of new options, which I'm going to go over. So I'll turn off the block switching. Here, yeah. I'll keep him in crouch. And so a lot of, you know, things you can do out of that. Obviously, you can go into the original stuff. You know, sometimes I don't do that very often anymore. I do that maybe once in every 20 mix-ups, and it's only in like 10 situations, because people will forget not to just YOLO the throw there. Yeah, if you predict, Dirt Chill is absolutely right. If you predict a Marin Karin, you can definitely reverse the pressure. But at the same note, it's always really risky to try to predict the Marin Karin, because it's just that. You have to predict it. You can't react to it. By the time you react to it, it's already too late and another 5A is on its way. And so if you're trying to Yomi the Marin Karin and they decided to sweep instead, you lost the round, because you're going to eat a fatal. Alright, so back to the pressure strings. You have instant overhead, which is great, especially backwards, because this leads into a block string. And if they try to jump or backdash or anything there, they just eat this wonderful move. I love this move. This move is like fantastic, because it's like 4K and it's just like a really safe poke, because you can just go right back into like 5As after it. Nerd Chill is the only person I know that always blocks it. Yeah, Salt, I didn't use that block string, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about, like earlier I said erase this block string, where you go into the 5B. That's completely different from doing this. This is much faster paced, and it's much more pressure heavy. Simo James. I've barely ever played you, Simo, in all fairness. Alright, so one of the greatest places you can put is when they're finally like respecting your block string and blocking, is you can get close and start doing 2B stuff. And that is like the main cream of the crop for Mitsuru's stuff. If you can land a 2B on block, you are like in there, because this is like just the greatest move. It goes into everything. And so, especially the instant overhead. It's most commonly used for the instant overhead setup, which, when you have the meter from all that Marin Karening I just told you to do, puts you in a game-stealing situation because this move is completely unreactable. They have to guess. And so you might be thinking, oh, well, Mitsuru 2B'd, obviously I should block up. Well, the problem with that is this. And so you end up in a situation where you have to, like, react to a low instead of a high. And it's really awkward. It's definitely doable. You can definitely like try to train to block to the sweep. It's not the fastest move in the world, but it's also really hard to do anything with it. Skater, this is a Turtle Beach one. Yeah, this mic is really nice. And so there's cross-up shit with that. If I can do air turns. I can't, apparently. I blame cold hands like Nerd Chill. Obviously, if you hit them overhead, like, you get to do a bunch of stupid shit. Egg Sphinx, like, you honestly just need to learn it. Like, just plain and simple. Like, there's, like, no excuse. That's, like, one of Mitsuru's, like, best tools, because no matter what player you're fighting against, no matter how high level they are, you know, you could be fighting Mikey, probably the defensive god of Arxis games. It doesn't matter, because they're gonna get hit by this, and it's like 4K, and that's like half of the cast's health. And so it's a free win. There's no excuse not to have that in your arsenal. That is like the most clutch, like, steal the game for free tool. Like, you know, all the Shadow Labrises who log into net play and then they have like 100 setups no one's ever seen because it's net play. This is the same kind of thing. You just win for free because of it. And so you need to learn it. It's just too important. You need to learn all the 2B block strings. There's a lot of shit you can do. There's a lot of really dance game stuff. By the way, if they got hit by the 5A there, all of that combos. Everything I just did in that block string will just combo instead. 4K is almost half of Kanji's health. Really, Salt? That's pretty sad, dude. Yeah, Egg Sphinx, that's definitely one of the places you can come in. You have to have them afraid of sweep, basically. And the main reason I'm using this block string now is because of the high pacing. Like, I'll just run it. Like, I'll just run it and you'll see how high paced it is. It's just like, it's really intimidating, and like, that's the reason it's so good. Oh, net play timing. I played net play last night. I really shouldn't play net play as much as I do. And so you have other options too, because what if he's just gonna mash DP? Obviously, I already told you about Marin Karen, but what if you're in more of a situation where you're 2B'ing into instant overhead, and they want to mash DP there? Well, you have options here too. And that's probably the best one for baiting DPs. Like, the only one you're going to get hit by is, like, Naoto's, if she completely yomis that you're going to do it and chooses to do the forward shot DP. And it's especially good in the corner because people are always scared in the corner and they want to mash their super. They want to mash their DP. They want out. Oh, I messed it up. I can't press buttons. There we go. Yeah. And so it's always like perfectly aimed. It's really nice. And so we can talk like somewhat briefly about general resets. And I mean, Egg Sphinx video was like very nice. I have some stuff to add that you might not have seen before Egg Sphinx. And so if you guys haven't checked out Sphinx video, you should. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of good stuff in there. But you know, we all know about like the stupid Bufudyne resets. I don't know if he's set to tech. I did it at the wrong timing. But I mean, we all know about those. Like everybody is just Dan's game about all of Mitsuru's like Bufudyne resets. And you have to have the perfect tech, like what just happened with the computer, to avoid them. Now, what I've been learning from other Mitsurus, especially Japanese ones, and from just playing around in general in training mode, is that there's way more Dan's game resets that exist that nobody is even doing, and it's pretty silly. I'll just go into a combo and show you what I'm talking about if I can pull it off. I just started practicing them. So yeah, instead you can just like purposely hit them late on the ice and go into all that shit again. It's like the most Dan's game like resets ever. Cause literally all you can do is either guess or mash DP. And like I said earlier, if they mash DP, you have options for that. Oh, I haven't seen all of your vids, Sphinx. And so, as far as resets go, I wouldn't recommend you all like make that your primary option. It's really nice on net play because you're gonna fight a wide variety of opponents who don't know about it. But if you go into a real tournament setting, for example, if you're planning to go to EVO this year, it's really not good because those players are just going to punish you for it. And so it's just one-time gimmick type stuff. Like if you really need to win, you can like roll the dice on a reset instead of like taking the Bufudyne Oki. In my opinion, I would say 95% of the time it's better to just finish your combo and get Bufudyne Oki. Setting up a mirror here is like way better because then you get to do this stuff. Because it's like, you know, you just made them eat 4K and then one mix up is another 4K and like the round's over. And it's just like it's such a momentum crushing thing. Now some of you are very familiar with my hatred for this move. And it's still very, very huge. I still very much hate this move. I have never ever been hit by it offline ever under any circumstance, no matter what the gimmick was, no matter what. I have never ever been hit by it. And I'll get hit by it online. If you do it online, I'll probably get hit by it unless you're from SoCal. If you're from SoCal, I'm still gonna block it. And so a lot of Mitsurus are like, oh, no one ever blocks this move. It's the best. It's not the best. It's really shitty. And so if they block it, you're in crouch. And if you're against another Mitsuru, for example, that's like, you know, 4K plus that you just took for using a stupid move. It's like, I'm not sure if it's the slowest. Elizabeth's might be slower, but it's one of the slowest overheads in the entire game. This is just really bad. And so like I said earlier, why do that when you have this? It's like, you know, a nice 20 frames faster. 20 frames or more. Oh, I can't get the link. Come on, man. There we go. Mitsuru auto attack. You probably have enough time to fatal her actually, instead of air throw. Kanji's all out attack isn't bad. It's certainly a lot better than this piece of shit. Alright, let's talk a bit about just like hit confirms. Let's turn some counter hit on. Oh, he's still blocking everything. So when you're doing all this pressure stuff, the most common thing you're gonna hit with is this. And about half the time it's actually on counter hit because they like don't know what the fuck to do. And like even good players are like, what the fuck do I do besides just like block this forever and eventually get hit by instant overhead. And so you're gonna have this hit confirm a lot. If they're standing and you're at max range, all you can do is just go into the drill. If we're pretending it's standing because I'm too lazy, by the way. If not, you know, if you're holding back for too long, it's really hard to go into the 6B because you're gonna get that instead. And so that is like one of the only places that I don't do the like real combo because I'm not gonna be able to do it because of the charge. So it's like it's not shameful to do like part of auto combo there because you're gonna get some damage and you're gonna put yourself in a good situation again. However, if you weren't holding back the whole time, you can confirm into this, which is the most common hit confirm Mitsuru has. And so you're going to see that a lot. The other one you're going to see a lot is counter hit 5A, which is, you know, if you're already holding back, it's great because you just get to do that for free. You know, and it's 18-16 without meter, which is like not bad at all. And then if you do have meter, you get to do a full combo instead. It's pretty cheap. Like this is the move you see everybody go like, Mitsuru's cheap. She poked me once and took half of my health. Well, yeah, you pressed a button. That's why you lost half your health. Oh, I guess it doesn't work out of 5A. Oh, I guess it's because I have two 5As. Oh, I suck. Okay, so what else? Oh, the hardest one. Let's turn counter hit off. Yeah, Ache Sphinx, yeah. I'll go into that actually. That's a good point. Let's turn counter hit off. So you might have seen me at SCR or in the last 2 weeks at tournaments go into Buffalo Oki, which is great. I guess I could make him crouch low to kind of demonstrate it, or you can just watch my video too. I don't remember if I did that in the video actually, now that I think about it. It's fine. It's so hard to do the forward jump one. Like, it's hard to explain, but there's like a different version of it. That's like the standard one. Like out of instant overhead. That's the standard one. Let's see, what about standing? This one's kind of hard to execute. Oh, I missed it already. This one's kind of hard to execute. I'm still practicing it. Oh, he didn't get frozen. There we go. So the spacing is actually pretty hard to get that to be a legit Oki, and it's kind of just I have to practice it more. We all have to practice it more. But yeah, you can be Chie for a little while if you get a crouch confirm. You just turn into Chie. And then you're Mitsuru, so it's like even better because if they press a button, they just die. It's pretty great. Actually, I'll keep him standing. There's the other one, which I still like, is the overhead one into throw. You know, there's like all the setups. And if they jump, a lot of people don't know they can't jump there. If you try to jump there, you just get frozen out of your jump frame, so it's pretty sad life. So you just like, if nothing else, doing this is like just the same as setting a B one, except like you don't get a combo for free. But doing this gives you free mix up again because they can't jump. So it's just all together. It's all together just pretty nice. Let's see, what else can I talk about? What am I missing? Do you have any other questions? Will this be on YouTube? Somebody, I don't know how to do it on someone else's channel, but I know people on this channel have like the ability to upload it.
I have time to waste.
And so you just like have to have somebody do it. Sphinx, I actually already talked about that. I don't like that. I don't agree with what he's doing. I think that's like a huge waste of meter. Because where he did that, he could have like feigned a sweep and did an instant overhead instead and killed you. So it's like, okay, well, you wasted 50 meter. I showed you corner stuff already. I'm not really going in depth in combos. Yeah, I have Gundam. You've seen me play already, dude. Wow, do I really have shortcut keys on? Who is playing on my PS3? Must have been like a pad player or something. Yeah, the girl glove forever. It's pretty hard, Vapor. It's pretty damn hard. I think most of the time you're not going to be able to hit confirm it. I wouldn't say it's not worth learning. I would say like if you spent hours and hours and hours of practicing it, you could have it added to your arsenal. I haven't been able to add it to my arsenal personally. It's just really hard. Red Wolf, please. R1 and L1. Oh, I missed. I almost never miss that. Well, just do instant overheads. 5DD, 5B, 2D, 2B, 2DD, all attack B Bufala. Yeah, I do that. I do that if I want D Bufala Oki. Cause like we all know how hard it is to hit confirm 5DD into like the real combo where you do like the whole Buffalo loop. And so one thing I've been doing, actually, if I can demonstrate it, I was doing it to Bond on stream if you were watching. Oops. Oh, what the fuck, I can't do quarter circles? What kind of scrub am I? What am I, nerd chill? I missed. You must have been too high. Or I'm doing it too early, that's possible too. Actually, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I usually land this no problem. Yeah. So like you can finish somebody off with that. Try hard. That's one of my favorite faces right now. Try hard and Dan's Game are my favorite faces. So like, that confirm is like really easy, and it's pretty good if you're fighting Naoto. Because I found out Mitsuru outcamps Naoto, and like this whole time I've been approaching, and like you just outcamp her, and it's really sad. I wonder if I can do D version. No, I can't do D version. Well, I might be able to. Let's go to the beach. Oh, that's the best face, Simo. Simo exploring the faces. Alright, well, if you guys have any matchups you want to talk about, I can go into that too. By the way, this is the best combo in the game. They always press a button. They always fucking press a button right there. You're like, you just get a free 5A counter hit right there. Just already hold back. They're for sure gonna press a button. I was talking more about just getting the kill. Yeah, you can definitely do Buffalo instead. I usually do Buffalo instead. How do you beat Mitsuru with Liz? You choose a different character. Oh, I suck. I play too much net play. I have to like play offline a lot before Thursday. Really? That missed? Narukami? What the fuck, dude? I'm turning into James, like I don't practice anymore. Narukami doesn't have the easiest one, actually. How do you approach Mitsuru as Shadow Labrys? It pretty much just depends. It depends on what strategy Mitsuru is using. Most of the time, throwing out flames against Mitsuru is like the best thing you can do. Like, the flames are going to stop her from jump being to break your persona. It's going to make her play a full ground game. And then if she's trying to just like poke you from her 5A range, the fire will hit her there if you can get it out in time. And then also, a lot of it is baiting coup draw, because she wants to coup draw your persona and break it. So you can just like do a persona move on purpose and then just jump and see what she does. If she coup draws, well, free jump B. Mitsuru's combos, I would say 4 out of 10. Her combos are not very hard. Kanji's combos are pretty hard. And it's like all that work for nothing is Kanji, because you just die to every character in the game.
What's wrong?
Mitsuru has like 2 hard combos, and it's just judging Buffalo Loop and this combo. This combo's forever hard. Everyone hates the throw combo. The throw combo is like impossible in net play. Yeah, the throw combo is so necessary though, because like I can't tell you how many times I've gotten corner throws. Like, the answer to beating a high-level player in the corner is either instant overhead or throw. You have to do one of those things, because they're going to block everything else.
What's wrong?
I haven't time to waste.
Simo, the Mabu Fudain combo is like the fucking god. Oh, it's way more than 7.2k. Let's see if I can do like the hard one. Oh, I have to delay that. Oh, I dropped it. Fuck. That net play timing. That net play timing part 2. Man, I'm so bad right now. I'll practice before the run back and I'll look like myself again. Oh, it missed. Why? I went behind him. There we go. Yeah, I'm dropping shit bad today, but it's okay. Like, the general idea is there. But yeah. Feign grabs work not very often. Feign grabs work, I would say, like, if they're like a mid-level player, it'll work 90% of the time. If they're a high-level player, it'll work 10% of the time. But the 10% still exists. So I'd say 1 in every 20 block string options, I still do it. It's still there. Yeah, the combo's really easy. I'm just like shitty right now. It's actually like easier than her normal bread and butters. Like her highest damage combos are the easiest ones. Whoa. Oh, what? Why is he blocking that? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong combo. I probably am. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was. Project M, you can suck my dick, and then we'll play Project M. North Korea, please. Computer science doesn't mean you're good at math, dude. You're good at, like, that kind of thinking, though. Mitsuru damage. Are you in there? I might come join you.